After Diana's tragic death in 1997, her estate got divided between the two sons, Prince William and Prince Harry. Yet, it looks like a part of her inheritance has been wrestling in courts for a very long time. Prince Harry is now signaling readiness to pursue legal action to secure the release of these funds. The devil is always in the details, so let's look at this saga. At her death, Princess Diana left an estate worth £21 million, arising from her divorce settlement with Prince Charles, along with other possessions, including jewelry. She bequeathed most of her wealth, as per her will, distributed equally between the two sons, Prince William and Prince Harry, aged 15 and 12 years, respectively, at that time. She had reportedly bequeathed between £6 and £8 million to her brother Charles Spencer, a large chunk of her estate. The inheritance was designated to the boys in trust funds, accessible upon reaching the age of 25, a milestone both have since surpassed. One of the legacies of Diana's life, notably the Althorp estate, where she was buried, has, however, remained under the stewardship of Charles Spencer through all these years. People close to Prince Harry have revealed that a big part of his fortune from Diana has been held within the estate, as Charles Spencer is very loath to release them. This issue has recently taken another turn when Harry approached Spencer directly in order to bring closure to the distribution process of Diana's will, enabling him access to his rightful share. Spencer's refusal to comply has reportedly left Harry incensed. Harry is believed to consider Spencer's dithering as a sort of ploy to hold onto some parts of Diana's estate under the cover of dilly-dallying. Such prolonged dithering has been one of the major sources of contention from Harry, who believes this process is being derailed on purpose. A British tabloid, quoting an insider, said Harry has written to Charles Spencer, insisting it's time to honor their mother's last wishes by releasing the remaining assets from her estate. This would ensure it is divided equally to her sons like Diana had wished. The estate in dispute includes family heirlooms, artworks, jewelry, and other personal belongings at Althorp that belong to Diana. Being worth millions, the estate is of interest to Prince Harry, whose family even now needs to be raised. He is aimed at the fact that his son Archie, not even speaking about other future children, should enjoy the heritage of their grandmother. This has been the source of great contention because there were continuous delays in the access to his inheritance. In March 2020, in the wake of stepping back from royal duties and his new life in Canada, Harry paid a low-key visit to the UK. In this visit, they literally tried to pour oil on the water in the hope of an agreement on the inheritance fracas. The attempt bore no fruit, unfortunately, and Harry left discouraged. While in Canada, he did express to friends his readiness to go to court against Spencer, if that is what it took to conclude things. Harry has always thought of the whole situation as fundamentally unjust. With his brother, William, behind him, he felt that he was quite entitled to his share of the inheritance, as much as any other of the beneficiaries, if not more so. The financial value of the disputed assets has also decreased due to inflation and lack of investment that was simply adding fire to the whole thing. That, he said, would be to respect the wishes of Diana in ensuring the benefit to the family from the estate, as the ultimate main purpose resided within her intention. As a son to Diana, Harry feels there is no basis for Spencer to restrict the access of the family to the assets they are entitled to in the estate. More so, the role that the Althorp estate plays as the resting place for Spencer family members and storehouse of the priceless family heirlooms and artifacts. Charles Spencer is supposed to be willing to keep control of the estate solely in order to preserve the heritage of the Spencer family. These allegations advance the plea that the reluctance to release Harry's inheritance funds is based on an intent to hold on to control of the ancestral home. In sharp contrast, those in the Harry camp say Diana wished that her sons inherit equally as legitimate heirs, and what Spencer has done is tantamount to defying the explicit directions of her will. One anonymous source says that his motive is protecting the legacy of his and his mother's, but he sees the inaction of his uncle as an intentional disloyalty and a disrespectful obstruction of Diana's last will. For Harry, patience has its limits. Harry would be resolved to push matters to a legal showdown if Charles stayed intransigent. The long legal wrangle has reportedly put pressure on the brothers' relationship. Though William took some kind of a middle position, continuing inheritance issues only added to Harry's stress during a time when he slowly and painfully disentangled from royal duties. Part of the reason for his exodus from the royal family in 2020 can be linked to cumulative frustrations following the unresolved estate matters that he felt were not properly handled from the royal enclave over the years. With Queen Elizabeth reported to be unwilling to get involved in this private family affair, the resolution is left to them to sort it out between themselves.